So I went out to the living room and he was stuck. The other day, I went out to the living room and saw something that was quite hilarious. Our son Isaiah is our brain injured child that is really mischievous and really troublesome when he is left alone for any amount of time. I'm talking about you leave him alone for 5 minutes and he will rearrange the entire living room. You leave him alone for 10 minutes and he will paint the whole entire living room a different color. I mean, he's the type of child that's high octane, high energy, and perhaps he's doing it to gain attention. I don't know. But as I walked out into the living room the other day, I saw something that was really weird. He was just sitting there on the couch. And the facial expression on his face was like, I can't move. The closer I got to him, the more I began to realize his predicament. I realized that around his ankles and around his calves and around his shoes was fishing string. Somehow, this child had gotten into the box that I hold this fishing string, pulled it out of the thing, wrapped it around his legs, wrapped it around his calves, wrapped it around some of the furniture we had in the living room, and he literally was stuck on the couch and he couldn't move. I, of course, untangled him and then everything was okay. Because you see, when you are entangled with something and you can't move, you cannot accomplish what you want to accomplish. I began to see the significance of the words of 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 4, where Paul says this, "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier." Now, Paul understood, as he's given this instruction to Timothy, that if you are a soldier in war, you're not going to entangle yourself with things that are going to affect your ability to execute on the battlefield. In the spiritual life, we begin to realize what Paul means here in the book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1, where he says, "Wherefore, seeing also we are compassed about by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily besets us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Paul uses these metaphors of war and soldiers and running a race to help us understand that if you're going to be successful as a Christian, if you're going to be effective as a Christian, if you're going to be transformative as a Christian, you cannot be entangled. So this particular week, ask God to help you become untangled so that you can be free to do what He has created you to do. So until the next time, this is Pastor Tello reminding you that thoughts do change lives.